Continue. Yeah, ma'am, you are live now. You can start.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome to this session. So we started the Tally Prime. Today we are going to learn again the new features of Tally. So let me share the screen first. Make sure my PPT is visible. So this is the slide which I told you earlier. Like after understanding the groups, then there is a groups and ledger. Then the important thing is a vouchers. Vouchers are divided into four parts. The first is accounting voucher, inventory voucher, order vouchers, and payroll vouchers. If you remembered in the previous session, we already learned how to pass the contra entry, how to pass the payment, how to pass the receipt, how to pass the sale, purchase. And I think so, I remembered uh, only one debit note I completed in the end of the session. Okay. So today I'm going to tell you about these vouchers also, but in case of company, if I'm having the inventory company with inventory. So what is inventory? Please try it. Try to answer this. What is exactly the inventory? What is exactly the inventory? Try it. Try to answer this question. What is inventory? Just try it, please. Okay. So inventories means what? Items which we used for the sale purpose and which we purchased for the selling purpose. That is known as a inventories. They that are inventories for our businesses. For example, suppose I'm having the businesses of computers. I'm having the businesses of computers. So in that case, computer is known as an inventory. Okay, computer is known as a inventory because definitely if I purchase the computer for my business and I sold the computers. Okay, so in that case, computer is my inventory. So in Tally, how can we enter the inventories or how can we create the company with inventory? So again, let me share the Tally screen. So this is my Tally screen. Make sure this is visible for all of you. So firstly, I'm going to shut the previous company. Then I'm going to create a one new company. And this is the example. See, this is the example which I'm going to complete here. We have the businesses with three type of products. So these products are known as inventory. Okay, these products are known as inventory. So in that case, we have to create the company with inventory. By default, whenever we create a company in Tally, then it creates a company with inventory. Like for example, I'm going to create a one company. The company name is inventory or okay, Rohan Electronics Limited. Okay, enter. And I'm setting here the Madhya Pradesh because presently, no matter whichever the state is there, because presently we are not moving to the taxation feature. Only we are the learning the basic features of Tally. And then the financial year beginning from 1st April 24. Please remember, whenever you specify the financial year, let's say our financial year currently is going on. Which financial year is currently going on? That is 24-25. 24-25 because our financial year starts from April and end in 31st March 24. But there you should not specify the end of the financial year. Only you have to specify the financial year beginning from, because our company setup is endless process. Our company is going concern. Going concern means it always be the going on. It never be the shutdown. Okay. So please do not mention here the end of the financial year. Only you have to mention here the financial year beginning from, books beginning from. Now, what is the difference between the financial year beginning from and books beginning from? Let's try. Try, please. Financial beginning from and books beginning from. Okay, I'm giving you one example. Suppose today is the 4th of February and I'm going to set up a company today. Okay, I'm going to set up a company today. So what will be the financial year for my company? The financial year for my company is 24-25. But the books are beginning from definitely from the 4th of February. Because I cannot enter the entry before the company starts. So books beginning from, you should mention the books beginning from. But here I am not going to change the books beginning from. Let it be the same. 1st April 24 is my financial year. And I also started the books from 1st April 24. Now after saving it, press Ctrl A. Ctrl A is a shortcut key for the save. You are getting the company feature screen. This screen is known as a company feature screen. Listen carefully and just concentrate on this left side options. These are the options. First is a accounting head. In a accounting head, there is an option of maintain accounts and enable bill-wise entry. Then rest options, you should disable it, because in future, later on in the next, later on sessions, we will discuss about the cost centers and the interest calculation. Maintain inventory, because now we want to maintain the inventory itself. So what would be the effect if we what would be the major changes if we maintain the inventory? Because in the previous example, yesterday I gave you the one example. In that case, in that example, I only maintain the company accounts only. And I disable this option, that is maintain inventory. In that case, we have to enter the stock by own calculation. Isn't it? Isn't it? So, but now if we want to maintain the inventory by Tally itself, then Tally will automatically calculate the closing stock. What is the formula to calculate the closing stock? Please. What is the formula to calculate the closing stock? What is the formula to calculate the closing stock? The formula to calculate the closing stock is opening stock plus purchases plus sales return minus purchase return. Is it clear? Then Tally will automatically calculate the closing stock. There is no need to apply this formula by yourself. Tally will automatically calculate the closing stock. Okay. Is it clear? Is it clear? Anybody have doubt? Yes, most of the students gave me the right answer. Rest students, are you getting properly? Are you getting properly? Okay. Shall we move for the next? So I'm going to set up a one fresh company. In the company with inventory. Inventory means stocks. Okay. Remember this thing. Inventory means stock. And if you wish, the closing stock should be calculated by the Tally itself. Because in the previous example, yesterday I gave you the one example. The example was the company, we maintain accounts only. So in that case, we have to enter the closing stock or opening stock by ourselves. Tally will not calculate the closing stock automatically. But if the company is inventory, with inventory, then company, I'll tell you. Shilok, the question is how do we submit the assignment? I tell you. Okay. So first, you should complete the assignment, save it. Then I'll ask, uh, I'll give you the email ID to submit the assignments. Okay. So please now concentrate on the today's work. I'm going to set up a company and I'm going to set up the features. Maintain accounts only and maintain inventory. Again, in the this company, I'm not going to tell you about the taxation feature. So I should disable it first. Okay. Because otherwise it will ask about the GST. After pressing the Control A, now please read out this example. This is the inventory example. We have the business with three types of products. These products are known as our stock. The products are television, fridge, and laptops. And the transactions are given day-wise. And the first is a purchase is given. Then in that case, first we have to create the stock items. Okay. So from where we can create the stock items? We are going to learn how we can create the stock items. See, these are the masters. In the masters, we already learned how can we create the ledgers groups. Okay, still voucher types are remaining and then so many options are remaining. So when you click on the create, there are option accounting master and inventory masters. In case you don't want to maintain the inventory, then F11. F11 is a shortcut key for the features. And from here, you should set the maintain inventory no. In that case, you will not get the inventory masters. Okay. But you want this time, you want to maintain the inventory. So just press F11 key and just enable it. Isn't it? Again, F11 key. Please check F11 key. Maintain inventory, yes. And integrate accounts with inventory should be yes. Okay. Now Control A. Control A. Is it clear? Is it clear? Anybody have doubt? Right. So I'm going to give you the understanding of how we can create the items. So first of all, when you click on the create, then you are getting the inventory master. The first option is stock group. Stock group. Group is a nothing. What is a group? That is a collection. Collection name is known as a group. For example, I'm teaching you, I'm taking a batch of ICMAI. So what is ICMAI or what is a batch? Batch is a collection. That is a group name. Okay. Batch is a collection or group name. So same thing, we can create the stock group. Under stock group, we can take the different stock. For example, I'm going to create here the stock that is television. Okay. If you wish, then you can check in my assignment that is television, fridge and laptop. So television. Again, we can create the subgroup also like group above the subgroup. Control A. Then laptops. Three groups are there, fridge and laptop. So first, fridge. You can take the copy and paste. You can take the benefit of copy paste. Just copy from here, copy and paste it. Control A. Then again, copy and paste it. Directly you can press the Control V. Okay, Control V is a shortcut key to paste. Is it clear? Is it clear? Now I want to create the stock item. I don't want to create the stock category. You can like again segregate according to the category. But I'm not going to create the category. The stock group is sufficient for me. Now I'm going to create the stock item. But before creating the stock item, you should create the unit. What is a unit? Anybody can answer me what is a unit? What is the unit? Anybody can answer me what is the unit? What is unit exactly? Try to answer the question, okay? Shubham, Achal, so many students are there. Just answer me. What is unit? What is unit? Answer. Try to answer it. Unit means in which you measured the stocks. In which you measure the stock. For example, we measure the stock, different units we can use like kilograms, grams, tons, packets, right? And just give me the example, numbers. So these are known as measurement unit. These are known as measurement unit. So first you should create the measurement unit. So unit, I'm going to create two types of units you can create. One is simple and second one is compound. Simple means directly number, but compound means one packet contains the 100 number of stock. So that is the compound unit. Later on, we will check the compound unit or example also, but presently I am going to give you the example of simple unit. The symbol is number and the formal name is numbers. Decimal place, no decimal place is there. So just set Control A. Is it? Is it clear? Yes, yes, correct. In which we measure, that is the unit. Okay. Okay. Now press escape. After units, you can create the stock item. Now create a stock item. See, this is my example. Stock item I am having TV Onida 21 inches. So I can copy and paste. No, I can take the advantage of copy and paste. So TV Onida 21 inch. Enter. It should be under television group. It should be under television group. If you are not taking the group, then it will be under primary. By default, the primary is set. Enter. Now the unit of measurement, you should take the unit of measurement. If you are not by mistake, if you forget to select the unit of measurement, then it will not gives you to mention the quantity. Directly it is asking for the value. So first, you should select the unit of measurement. Then it will ask you the quantity. You can mention the quantity. But presently, no opening stock we have. Control A. Now, the second unit, second stock we have, that is fridge. That is fridge. I'm going to take the advantage of copy paste. Copy and paste. Okay, enter. Now this should be under fridge group. This should be under fridge group and unit of measurement should be number. Press Control A. Okay, Control A is a shortcut key for save. Then laptop Lenovo. Copy and paste. Then it should be under laptop group. Then number. Please do not forget to select the units. Otherwise, it will not give you the option for quantity and rate. Directly, it will shift it to the value. Is it clear? Is it clear? Okay, honestly tell me, who have the laptops presently? Who have the laptops presently? Anybody have the laptops in front of you? See, this is not a like that. This is not a lecture, theory lecture. This is the practical. So you should have the laptops in front of you. Anybody have the laptops? Anybody are working simultaneously? No? Yes? So many students are there. Now I cannot call out the names. Okay, so try to do this example after the class. Okay, I'll send this example also. Then please try to do this example after the class. So first, just concentrate on the work, whatever I am doing here. Okay, fine. So Lenovo laptops, it should be under laptop, Control A. Okay, now should arrange it so that we can check simultaneously. Okay, now fine. Now the next item is fridge LG 300 liters. So I can take I'm copying it and paste it. Enter. Name already exists. That means we created the fridge. Just we have to check the how many items I created here. Stock items, fridge 300 liters, laptop and TV Onida. So what item is remaining? TV Onida, fridge, laptop, fridge LG 300 liter. All the items we created. Okay. Now start to enter the transactions. Vouchers. The first voucher, that is capital introduced in cash. What will be the entry? What kind of voucher I should select? Today is the third lecture, third session. So you should know. Ronak, you are doing very good. Sandeep, you are doing okay. Very good. Very good. Do the practical simultaneously. So capital introduced by cash. In which voucher I should enter the entry? In what kind of ledger I should create? Answer me. What ledger I should create? Tell me. Should I create the cash? Should I create the cash? Come on fast. Should I create the cash? Capital introduced by cash. Should I create the cash ledger? How I can pass the entry? Just tell me. Okay. Tell me. I'm asking from those students who attended the last lecture. Because in the last session or last lecture, I already gave you the clarification. How can we enter the entries? Anybody? Okay, at least just tell me. If you don't know, then just tell me, no, ma'am, I don't know. Then I'll give you the clarification again. Now, fine. Okay, no issue. So, whenever you want to pass the entry, that is capital introduced by cash, you just make a receipt voucher. And in a receipt voucher, there are two modes available. The first one is a single entry mode. The second one is a double entry mode. So if you don't understand the single entry mode, because I told you, single entry mode means one account already know by the tally, because tally knows in a receipt payment and contra, cash in bank should be there. So see, it is giving me the option cash. But if I don't want to enter the entry in this mode, then from here you can change the mode, double entry mode. Okay, double entry mode. What will be the entry? The entry will be cash to capital. The entry will be cash to capital. Which ledger should it take effects? Which ledger will take effect? The first is a cash, second one is a capital. And cash is already created because I told you in a tally by default two ledgers are already also there. That is cash and P&L. You can check. How you can check? See, by pressing the escape, chart of like alter ledger. Two ledgers are there. The one is cash and second one is P&L. But I want to create a one new ledger. So that is create capital account. In which head it should be. See, what are these groups? These groups are what? These are nothing according to the AS financial in the financial statements. What are the heads should be there? Like in the P&L, direct expenses are there. Okay. In the trading account, direct expenses should be there in the debit side. So see, here is a direct expenses. Same thing in the P&L, indirect expenses should be there in the debit side. So see, there is a indirect expenses. Fine. And in the asset side of balance sheet, loans and advances should be there. So this is the loans and advances. So by selecting this kind of group, Tele will understood where should it place that ledger. For example, I am giving here the name capital account. No matter whatever the name is there. If I select here the purchase account, then it will gives me the capital account ledger balance in debit side of trading account. But I want it should be the liability side of the balance sheet. So here it should be under capital because capital is a subgroup of current liability. Okay, enter and control A. There is no need to press the pass the mention here the opening balance because my company is a fresh company. I am going to set up the company today. So there is no opening balance, right? Now next is, so I can pass the entry again. Vouchers, receipt to capital account. How much amount it is? I can check 10 lakh rupees. Okay. So 10 lakh rupees. Enter, enter cash. Because cash is default created. There is no need to create the cash account. Then you can copy and paste the narration. See, capital introduced in cash. Just copy it and in the narration you can paste it. Control V, enter. Isn't it? The transaction for the 1st April is completed. Any doubt? Any doubt? The transaction for 1st April is completed. Any doubt? No? Am I audible perfectly? My screen is visible? Am I audible? Is my screen is visible for all? Because see, I cannot check your answers. Isn't it? Shall I move ahead? Okay, fine. So I'm moving ahead. Okay. Now the next transaction is you should check. There is a one transaction on 1st April 24. Sharat Bhashtachari and Company from Sharat Bhashtachari and Company. We purchased the TV Onida 21 inches. Then quantity is 15 and rate is 11,000. How can we enter the entry? First, you should create the ledger. Okay. So there is no need to press escape and again like switch to the gateway of Tele. You can directly create the ledger while passing the entry. So first you should press F9. F9 is a shortcut key for the purchase. Just type here the invoice number. This is very compulsory to maintain the bill-wise detail. And it is asking for the party name. So just press Alt C. Alt C is a shortcut key to create the ledger directly from the vouchers. Okay. Now, Sharat, I can copy and paste. Sharad Bhashtavachari and Company. I can copy and paste. In which head it should be? Now please answer me, in which head it should be? In which head it should be? Answer the question. If I purchase from the party, then party should be under which head? Please try to answer the question. Okay. So the party should be under sundry creditors. Sundry creditors. Enter. And the credit dates are 15th credit dates. Okay. Because I told you according to the credit policy, how many days the creditor providing you for the payment, and you provided the days to the debtors to receive the payment from the debtors. Control A. Now, Control A. Again, Control A, because I don't have the receipt name, receipt note. Now, what will be the entry? Purchase to Sharad Bhashtachari. So, purchase account should be created because you don't have the purchase ledger. So, again, Alt C, purchase account. No matter you are providing here the name, material, stock purchase. Okay, stock purchase account. It should be under purchase. Control A. Then you purchased which item you purchased? You purchased the TV Onida 21 inches. So TV Onida 21 inches. Tracking number. Later on we will talk about the tracking number, but presently we don't have any tracking number, so not applicable. 15. 15 quantity. And what will be the rate? What is the rate? That is 11,000 rupees. So just mention here the 11,000 rupees. Okay. Just press enter. You will be surprised. The calculation is automatically there. So that's mean embedded calculations are built in Tally, and it is 100% accurate. See, 11,000 multiplied by 15. The total amount will be 1,65,000, and then automatically providing you the 1,65,000. So 100% accuracy is there. In the calculation, Tally will never mistakes. It will never give the mistake. Okay. Enter, 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 enter. Now, after pressing the enter, it is asking for method of adjustment. On which bill number you are taking you are purchasing. So you should mention here the new bill, because new reference, you cannot take the against reference. When you have to take the against reference, if you are having any advances from to the creditor, then you can take against that advance, you can take the purchase. Okay, because of the you have to adjust the advances, but presently no advance is there. Same thing, on account means you don't want to maintain the bill. So new reference, enter, 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 enter. Okay. Now the second transaction, that is Amar Mulayam and Company. Amar Mulayam and Company. Amar Mulayam and Company is again your creditor. Amar Mulayam and Company is again your creditor. So you should create again the ledger under the sundry creditor. Okay. So I'm going to create the ledger under the sundry creditor. The first invoice number 02. Then the date is 2nd April. You can check here. The date is 2nd April. So how can we change the date? What is the shortcut key to change the date? What is the shortcut key to change the date? The shortcut key to change the date is F2. F2 is a shortcut key to change the date. F2 is a shortcut key to change the date. Okay, so to change the date, press F2. Anybody have some doubt, please? If you are not asking any question, then I'll do it fast. Okay? Okay, fine. So it means you are understanding everything. Okay? So next is invoice number 2. Invoice number 2. And the date is F2 to 2nd April. Now, please listen carefully. Please concentrate on this date. This is what? This is the date on which transactions is happen. This is the date on which transaction is happen. So this date could be the previous date of this date. But this date cannot be the forward date, later date of this date. Because see, if suppose I am typing here 1st May, then it is not taking. Why? Because it is not possible transaction date, transaction happens in the later dates and we can record the transaction previous dates. Yes, we can, let the transaction happens in the previous date, we can record it in the later date. So here is here, if I am typing here the 1st April, then it is taking. But it is the same as the transaction, then it should be 2nd. Now Alt C. What ledger I should create? That is Amar Mulayam and Company. Amar Mulayam and Company. Under which head it should be? It should be under Sundry Creditor. Okay, in same 15 days credit period, I am taking Control A. Again Control A because I don't have the receipt note. Control A. Then rest details are same. Then Control A. Stock purchase. There is no need to create the stock purchase again and again because stock purchase account should be only single. Always when we purchase the items, then stock purchase should be debited. There is no need to create the separate ledger again and again. Okay. There is no need to create the separate ledger again and again. Fine. So purchase. Now what item I purchased here? I purchased here the fridge LG 300 liters 10,500. Fridge, right? Then tracking number is not applicable. Then 10. In the amount is 10,500. See, automatically the calculation is there. 1,05,000. You can check from here. You can check from here. It is 1,05,000. See, it is given. Now the next is purchase in cash. This is very important. Okay. First of all, you should complete this transaction by pressing the new reference here. Enter, enter, enter. Now, please tell me, this is the cash purchase. This is the cash purchase. Okay. So, in cash purchase, party should be, what party I should select here? Purchases in cash. Laptop Lenovo 24,500. But in that case, I should select which party? Invoice number 03. Now here the party should be, tell me, party should be, which party I should select here? Which party I should select here? I should select here the cash. Okay, because this time I'm purchasing with cash. Okay, enter. Laptop Lenovo 20 and how much? The rate is 24,500. 24,500. No calculation mistakes can be by the tally. Tally will not done the mistakes in like calculations because it is the tested software and it is a copyright software. The calculation is there, right? You can check the calculation 4,90,000 here also. Here is the all the calculations is given, that is 4,90,000. Fine. Next. Now in the cash, there is no need to maintain the bill wise detail because this is the cash sales, cash purchase. Enter. Now next. On 1st May 2024, Messrs Chalu Prasad Yadav, fridge LG 300 liter purchased 10 at the rate of 10,800. So how we can enter? Again, we have to create the party ledger. We have to create the party ledger. Then, first of all, you should change the date, 1st May. Then, invoice number 04. And Alt C, Control V. I copied the party name from Word and it should be under sundry creditor. Then 15 days credit period. Control A. Again Control A because rest detail I don't want to mention. Control A. Then what item they purchase from the Chalu Prasad? They purchase fridge LG 300. Fridge LG 300, 10,800. Fridge LG 300, 10,800. Enter, enter, enter. Okay, enter, 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 enter. Again, you have to take the new reference because this reference is like useful for the payment purpose, for the maintenance detail according to the bill wise. Enter, enter. Now the purchases is almost complete. On 2nd May, they purchase in cash laptop Lenovo 1025-200. Now please concentrate. Previously they purchased on 24,500. Now they are going to purchase on 25,200. So average rate will automatically calculate while calculating the stock. Right? We can check. So first you should take the date 2nd May. Then party name should be cash because cash purchase is there. Because cash purchase is there. Purchases in cash. Laptop Lenovo. Laptop Lenovo. Enter. Previously, they purchased the laptop 20. Now they are going to purchase 10 on 25,200. Okay. See, whenever you press enter, then automatically it is giving you the rate. But you can change that rate because you can edit that rate. The rate is already in the database. Previously, you purchased this stock. So that the rate is already stored in database. So that's why it automatically extracts the rate from that database. But you can edit it. 25,200. Right? Enter, enter. Now there is no need to maintain the bill wise detail. I told you. Enter, enter. So almost the purchases are completed. And total purchases 11,000, 11,20,000. Okay, now Tally will automatically calculate the closing stock. How? You can check in the P&L. See, the closing stock is calculated by the Tally itself. Laptop 7,42,000. See, 30 number and what is the average rate? 24,732. How it calculate? This is the weighted average method. This is the weighted average method. And 11,20,000 is total purchase. There is no profit or no loss. Why? Why there is no profit or no loss? Why there is no profit or no loss? Because still no sales is there. Still no sales is there. Okay. Annapurna ma'am. Hello ma'am. I am audible now, please.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am
Hello, ma'am.
audible, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am, you are audible.
Okay, okay, fine. Thank you so much. Okay, so we are moving ahead. The total purchases we completed Okay. Now this is the way how can we check the stock, closing stock. In the P&L, we can check the closing stock. In closing stock, effects are two. First, if one effect is in a P&L and second effect in a balance sheet. See, in the balance sheet, the closing stock is there. That is 11,20,000. And same thing you can check in the stock summary. See, on under the fridge group, you are having the fridge LG 300 liters, 20, 10,650 rate. And laptop Lenovo 30, 24, 733. Why it is? Because it is taking the weighted average method. You can change the valuation from here. Later on, we will check. Okay, like FIFO method. Okay, FIFO method. But FIFO will not affect in a. So here is a average cost or last purchase cost. See, now it is 7,56,000 because last purchase cost is 25,200. Is it clear? Next. Now we are going to enter the sales transactions. We are going to enter the sales transactions. Now sales transactions are there. First you should check. Now sales transactions. Sales transactions are there. First, again in the sales, 1st April 2024, they sold to Mamta Rail Transport. Then Mamta Rail Transport should be in a under sundry debtors. Okay. And TV Onida 21 inches they sold. 10 quantity is there and 12,500 is rate. So how I can enter the sales vouchers? Again, go to the vouchers. Press F8. F8 is a shortcut key for the sales voucher. Then just copy from here. Mamta Rail Transport. Copy and then Alt C. Alt C. Then Control V. Under which it should be? Try to answer. Under which it should be? It should be under sundry debtor. Because to whom we sold the items, they are known as our debtors. And to whom we are purchasing the items, they are known as our creditors. And the credit period should be 15. Then press Ctrl A. Then I don't want to mention the delivery note. Later on, we will discuss what is delivery note. Ctrl A and Ctrl A. Then here, which ledger I should create? Which ledger I should create, please? Which ledger I should create? Soham. Anybody can answer? Anybody knows? What will be the entry? In the case of sales, what will be the entry? Party debit to customer debit to sales. So sales ledger should be created. Okay. Date like customers debit, customer account debit to sales. So sales ledger should be created. So here sales ledger should be created. All see sales account. You can say assign the name stock sales or material sales, whatever. I'm providing here the name sales account under sales. It should be under sales. Should I select the purchase? Should I select under the purchase? No, it's not. If I select here the under the purchase, then this option, see, it is not giving me the sales ledger. Why so? Because by mistake, I select under wrong group. So escape, escape. Then alter. Ledger. What ledger you want to alter? Sales ledger. Which ledger you want to alter? Sales. Why? Because by mistake I select here the purchase account. It should be under sales account. Control A. Now you can check vouchers. Mamta Rail Transport. I don't want to mention the delivery note. If you are having the dispatch doc number, you can mention here. Dispatch through. You can mention here destination, carrier name, agent, bill of lading, motor vehicle, everything you can mention. Control A, Control A. Then It is appearing now. Now we can select the sales ledger. Previously it was not there. Why? Because by mistake I selected under purchase account. So that's why the option was not there. Enter. Now what item I sold? TV Onida. Tracking number I don't have. How much they sold? TV Onida 10, 12,500. 10, 12,500. Okay. Now how much TV Onida how much TV Onida we have? See, previously we purchased the 15 and out of 15 we sold 10. Now how many stock remaining with us of TV Onida? First of all, you should complete this by assigning a one bill reference. Okay. Now please tell me how much TV Onida. Previously we purchased 15 number of TV Onida. Out of 15 TV Onida we sold 10. Now how many remaining TV we have? Now we have that Onida. We can check in the stock summary. See, in the stock summary, TV Onida only we have 5. Why? It automatically calculates the stock. I told you now in the case of inventory, it automatically applied the formula. That is what? Opening plus purchase minus sales return plus sales return minus purchase return. The formula for the closing stock, it automatically applied. Okay. Now the next is sales in cash. Sales in cash. And then the date is Date is 2nd/4/2024. By mistake, in the first transaction, sales transactions, I forgot to change the date. Okay, to Mamta Sale Rail Transport, I sold it on 1st April 24. But by mistake, I forgot to change the date because the date was 1st May. You can check from day book. See, you can check from day book. Daybook is a place where you can check the current date entry. What is the current date? Date of last entry is 2nd May. What is the current date? The date of last entry is 2nd May. So in the daybook, only 2nd May transactions will appear. If you wish to check the previous transaction also, then Alt F2, 1st April to 2nd May. You can check all the transactions. I recently passed one voucher, Mamta Rail Transport, and by mistake, I forget to change the date. So enter. If you want to change the date of the entry, then press enter. From the day book, press enter. Again, press F2, first 4, enter. It is first 4 now? Yes, first. Enter. Then Control A. Okay, see the date is now 1st April. Is it clear? How we can alter the entry? Okay, now next. Sales in cash on 2nd April. So vouchers F2, 2nd April. Then party name should be. Should I create a new party? Should I create a new party? Should I create the new party? Then what should I select? I should select the cash because this time I made the sales by cash. Right? So this time I should not create a new party. I should select the cash. And then no delivery note is there. Nothing like nor the dispatch document dispatched through another, like out of these details, I don't have any details. So press Control A. Now you can again mention these details, but I don't have. So press Control A. Sales. Then what item you are selling in cash? Fridge LG 300 liter 5. So fridge LG, then 5. And what is the rate? The rate is 13,000. Enter, enter, enter. The calculation is automatically done by the tally itself. There is no need to use the calculator. Enter, enter, enter. Now the second sale already I completed. The third sale. Again on the 2nd April, Nitin Gadkari and Company, they sold to Nitin Gadkari and Company laptops Lenovo. How much? 8 on 26,000. So first of all, Alt C, then just take the advantage of copy and paste. Copy it, then paste. It should be under sundry debtor. Why it should be under sundry debtor? Because the customer to whom we usually sells the item, they are known as our debtors. Okay. Then 15 days credit period, Control A. Again, I don't have the delivery note, so Control A. Rest details are right. Address we have, then you can mention the details. For example, 12 Nehru Nagar, Indore. Control A. Now sales account and what item you sold? Laptops Lenovo 8. Laptops Lenovo 8. Is it? So I'm sure you are getting properly. Today, after this completing this session, you can be able to enter the transactions with inventory in Tally. I'll transfer this example to you people also. 8, 26,000. Right? Enter, enter. This time you have to maintain the bill-wise details. So enter. You should just take the sale new reference, that is sales 03. Enter, enter. I'm sure everybody is getting properly. Now again they sold the items to Rasoya Cooking Company, that is Fridge LG, and on 1st May. So please do not forget to change the date. F2, 1st May. Enter. Alt C, Control V. Enter. It should be under sundry creditors and days are 15. Control A. Again Control A. Again Control A. Then sales account. Fridge. Then tracking number I don't have. Now they sold 5 fridge to Rasoya Cooking and Company and on 12,000, like 12,500 each. 5. See, previously they sold 13,000. So that's why it is automatically extracted that rate from database. Because see, everybody knows now whenever we save the data, then database maintained by the software. Okay, database maintained by the software. So that's why it is extracting that rate from database. But this time they are selling it as 12,500. Enter, enter, enter. Now again we have to maintain the references sales 04. Right? Now the last sales is sales in cash. Then again change the date F2. Party name should be cash because there is no need to create the ledger separately. Cash is already there. Control A, Control A. Then sales account. And then afterward, there is an option of sales in cash. Laptop Lenovo 10. Then laptop. How much we have remaining? The laptops are remaining 22. And out of 22, they are selling 10. Then rate is automatically there. But this time they sold it on 26,500. Enter, enter, enter. Again, there is no need to maintain the bill-wise detail because in case of cash sales, there is no need to maintain the bill-wise detail. Enter, enter. Next. So I'm sure you are getting now total sales is 7,25,500. And you can check the randomly. For example, fridge you were having 10 plus 10, 20 you were having. And out of 20 you sold 5 plus 5, 10. So 10 fridge definitely in the stock. Tally will show you. See, total sales are 7,25,500. 7,25,500. Here is 7,25,500. And stock you can check. From where you can check the stock? Stock summary. Fridge is remaining 10, laptop is remaining 12, TV Onida is remaining 5. Is it clear? Is it clear? Anybody? If you have question, then you can write down the questions. Anybody have some questions? I'm sure like the students who are having the laptops, then they are doing simultaneously. This is the advantage to join the live class. You can do the simultaneously. You can ask the question directly to the faculty. Is it? I'm waiting. Anybody have some question? Okay. So now we completed the sales and purchase. We completed the sales and purchase. But still in the example, the expenses are there. The expenses are there. Okay. So in the expenses, date particularly, see, the commission paid on 1st April, they paid the commission. How can we enter the entry? Vouchers, then F2, again 1st April. Okay, and payment voucher should be there. F5, F5 is a shortcut key for the payment. F5 is a shortcut key for the payment. Alt C, commission account. It should be under indirect expenses because commission paid. Commission paid means commission is our indirect expenses. If the opposite was there, will be there. Like suppose it is commission received. That means commission is our indirect income. But presently it is commission paid. That means it is our indirect expenses. Okay. How much amount it is? 5,000. Enter to cash. Because here only mention commission paid. So that means commission paid in cash. Enter. Then commission paid. Enter. Now the second expenses is carriage inward. F2, 2nd April. So carriage inward should be under which head? Carriage inward should be under which head? Alt C. Under which head it should be? Under which head it should be? It should be under direct expenses. Okay, it should be under direct expenses. If it is carriage outward, then it should be under indirect expenses. But if it is carriage inward, then it should be under direct expenses. Okay. Now, enter direct expenses. Now, students, please listen. There are two heads, direct expenses and expenses direct. Direct expenses and expenses direct. What is the difference between these two groups? Nothing. Because they created the alias. Like direct expenses alias is expenses. Suppose I selected the expenses direct. So again, that is direct expenses. Both the things are same. See, suppose I'm selected here the expenses direct. See, so both the heads are same, right? So please don't confused. Control A. Control A. Then they paid, how much amount they paid? 3,000 rupees. 3,000. Enter to cash. And you can carriage inward paid by cash. The last, no, almost salesman salary. So again, all see salesman salary account. Enter, it is indirect expenses. Okay, control A. How much amount it is? 12,000 rupees to cash. Paid. Okay, enter. Now mobile bills of salesman 2,500. So again, control C, alter C. Now if you recall the last return, then control R. Now I should delete the salary salesman mobile bill. Control R to recall the last return text or entry. Mobile bill account. Again, it is indirect expenses. How much it is? Mobile bills of salesman 2,500. Cash. Now, at the end, they again paid the commission. So should I create the commission account again? Should I create the commission account again? No, there is no need to create the commission account again because it is already created. If I try to create the commission account again, see commission account, then it will give me the error. Name already exists because you are trying to create the duplicate ledger. So please don't create the duplicate ledger. Once you create, then you can reuse it. So just reuse it. Commission, just select by selecting the commission account from the list of the ledgers. Then what is the amount? 4,000 rupees. 4,000. Enter to cash. Okay, now you can check the P&L. Total P&L, overall P&L profit is 37,500. See, now your P&L is match 37,500. Your net profit is 37,500 and your total expenses is 23,500. It is 26,500. Why so? Because 3,000 is in direct expenses. So total expenses is 26,500. This is the spelling mistake, salesman salary. Because see, no matter whatever you return. So if you wish to correct it, then with the help of drill down, in the P&L, just select that, enter, and enter, enter, enter. Now control enter to alter the ledger. Control and enter. Okay, what is the shortcut key? Control enter. Account C, account. Control A. Just a minute. Control enter. Control A, Control A, escape. Okay, ended. Just a minute. I need to check it again. Alter, ledger. Sometimes, you know, because Tally will take some time to refresh it. So that's why it is not showing me the changes. Maybe after 1 minute or 2 minutes, it will show me. Okay. See. Now, everything is completed. Everything is completed. And this is the very simple example which I gave you today. If you have doubt, then just I'm giving you the 5 minutes. Tell me. If any difficulty you are finding, then please ask me the question. Ask the question. Are you finding any difficulty? I'm waiting for your your questions. I'm sure like some students are doing simultaneously. So that's mean this is like you completely understood the question, that is accounts with inventory, how we can enter the transaction while we are having the stocks, while we are having the different inventories. Okay. Okay. Now I'm giving you the more examples. Like for example, suppose here on 1st August, purchased furniture by cash, 25,000. Please tell me, is the furniture is stock for us? Furniture is purchased furniture for office use. For office use. So is the furniture is stock for us? Is the furniture can be treated for as a stock? No, furniture should not be treated as a stock because furniture purchased for office use. Furniture purchased for office use. So it is our fixed assets. It is our fixed assets. How can we enter the entry? Should I enter the entry in the purchase voucher? Should I enter the entry in the purchase voucher? No, we cannot enter the entry in the purchase voucher. If it is cash, then you should enter the entry in the payment. So now I'm going to give you the understanding. See, first of all, you should create the furniture ledger. Furniture account. It should be under fixed assets. Fixed assets, control A. Then in the payment voucher, right? You should purchase the furniture in the payment voucher. Furniture account debit 25,000 to cash. And then date is 1st August. Now you can check in the balance sheet. It will not appear in the P&L. It will not, nor in the P&L, nor in the, it will not reflect in the closing stock. Profit and loss account. See, no furniture is there because furniture is our current fixed assets. So we can check in the balance sheet. See, in the balance sheet, furniture account is there 25,000. Is it clear? Is it clear? Because furniture is our fixed assets. So furniture will not reflect in P&L because in the P&L, fixed assets will not reflect in the P&L. Why it is appearing in the balance sheet? Because we selected the furniture under fixed assets. If it is selected under indirect expenses, then it will appear in the P&L. For example, again, I'm going to write here the one entry, that is 110. Okay, stationery files. Okay, files purchases for office use. So is the files are our assets? It's expenses. Okay, files are our expenses, or suppose it is stationery. Here is written as a stationery. Stationery purchase for office use. How much it is? 25,100. Then it should be under indirect expenses. Then it will reflect in the P&L. Students, please take care of these things. So first you have to create the stationery account under indirect expenses. Okay, and then you can pass the entry in payments. Voucher, then F2 109. Stationery to cash. Stationery 2500 to cash. Is it clear? Is it clear? Because I'm going to give you the more examples, and this time I'm going to give you the example of how can we create the groups, account groups. First of all, you should check. Okay. Right. So I'm going to give you the another examples. Like, because I want to create the groups. Now, what is group? I told you na, groups are what? According to the AS accounting standards, whatever the heads appeared in the financial statements, they are known as groups. For example, okay, I'm writing here in the word. See, as per the AS, the heads for the trading account, what are the heads which appear in the trading account? Debit side, DR side. DR side, stock. Okay, opening stock. Opening stock and purchases and direct expenses. Direct expenses. Okay, and then direct expenses, then DR, this is the DR side. This is the DR side. Then CR side. CR side. CR side. CR side is sales. Then stock, closing stock. Closing stock. Then like after sales, then there is should be the direct income. So these are the groups available in Tally. How many groups are there? 28 groups are there. Okay, under which suppose sales. Sales. Under sales, you are creating the material sales ledger. So under sales, you should create because you want material sales, like material sales, the balance of material sales should be appear in the credit side of trading account. So you should create the material sales account under sales group. Now profit and loss account. Profit and loss account. Profit and loss account. So DR side. What are the heads under DR side? Indirect expenses. Indirect expenses. And then CR side. CR side. CR side is indirect income. So these are the groups available in Tally. You have to create the ledgers under these these heads. And same thing is balance sheet. Balance sheet. So two sides are there. One is liability and second is asset. I'm trying to like from last two today is the third session. And from last sessions, I'm trying to give you the understanding of groups. I already completed two examples, but try to understand what are the groups. In the balance sheet, two sides are there. One is asset. Okay, first is a liability. Liabilities. Okay, so liability sides. What is there? Current liability. Then reserves. Next is assets. Then asset sides, it's current assets and fixed assets. So these are the groups. But see, suppose I want to bifurcate more. Under current liabilities, sundry creditors are there. Sundry creditors are there because see, some main groups are there, some subgroups are there. I told you 15 are the main groups and 13 are the subgroups. You can check from here. In the tally, you can check chart of accounts. In the chart of accounts, you can check groups. How many groups are there? 28. So these are the main groups. Capital is a main group, reserves and surplus under capital. Current assets is a main group and bank account is a subgroup of current assets. So these are 15 and rest are 13. Subgroups are 13. Okay. Now, these are 15 main groups. And then control F1, alter F1, then 13 are subgroups. Now we want to more bifurcate. Like more bifurcate means under current liability, sundry creditor is there. But I want no creditor for see, creditors are of two types. Everybody knows now. One is creditor for goods. We can bifurcate is again the three types. Creditor for goods, creditor for expenses, creditor for asset. Okay, so if we wish, then you can bifurcate yourself also. You can bifurcate, you can customize the tally. You can customize tally. Is it clear? Is it clear? You can customize it. You can more customize it. How you can customize it? How you can customize this? By creating your own group. By creating your own group. How? See. Suppose in my example, okay. Suppose in my example, there is a transaction on 1st November. 1st November, the transaction is okay. Stationery purchased from Wilson. How much? 3,500. Now, what will be the entry? Because we are not purchasing on cash. We are purchasing on credit. So stationery to Wilson. And Wilson definitely it's our creditor. Because I'm purchasing from Wilson. The party from which we are purchasing, they are known as our creditors. But what kind of creditor it is? Is it the creditor for goods? Is it the creditor for expenses? Is it the creditor for asset? It is the creditor for expenses. So I can bifurcate here. I can bifurcate here. See, first I'm going to tell you about the entry. The normal entry, okay, vouchers. First you have to pass the JV. Because in that case, you cannot pass the purchase. Only in that case, you have to pass the purchase transaction if you are purchasing the stock for your business. This is not stock for your business. This is the expenses. But for expenses, you are generating the creditor. So, stationery. Again, you are, see, the date is 1/11. 3,500 to Wilson account. But here, no creditor for expenses there. Only creditor is there. Now, if you want to check in the balance sheet the effect, see, in the profit and loss account, the stationery will take reflect. Now the stationery is to 6,000 rupees total. Previously 2,500 was there and 3,500. Recently we passed the entry for 3,500. For 3,000, just a minute, huh? Excuse me. For 3,500, you generated a one creditor. So in the balance sheet, there is no separately had that is creditor for expenses. but you want to show the creditor for expenses separately, isn't it? You want to show the creditor for expenses separately. So first of all, you should delete the entry. How you can delete the entry? In the day book, press Alt D, then enter. The entry is deleted now. And while creating you can alter the ledger of Wilson. You can alter the ledger of Wilson. But whenever you want to alter the ledger of Wilson, there is no separate head for creditor for expenses. In that case, you have to create the group for creditor for expenses by selecting accounting master under group accounting master, then creditor for expenses. Now the main question is under which head it should be. It should be under current liability, because again I am escaping this because I recently told you the group which is sundry creditor. The group which is sundry creditor, it is under current liability. So again, I want to create one more bifurcation under current liability. That should be the creditor for expenses. So again, I am going to create the group creditor for expenses. And it should be current liability. The main group is current liability. Rest it should not touch. Control A. Now, Wilson, ledger, Wilson. Wilson should be under creditor for expenses. See, Control A. Now pass the entry. Stationery 3,500 to Wilson. New reference. Now you can check the effect on balance sheet. See, there is a one separate head, that is creditor for expenses. Is it clear? Because these are the very important thing, you know, this is known as customized tally. You can customize it according to your need. Is it clear? Is it clear? Because these are the very important things, you know. Right? Okay, I'm moving ahead. Now, next. Again, in my example, I purchased the machinery from Vishal Furnitures. 112. Purchased the machinery from Vishal Machineries Ltd. Okay, how much? 12,000. Then, under which group I should create the Vishal Machinery? Tell me. Now, machinery is my asset. Machinery is my asset. So, I can create one more head under creditor current liability, that is creditor for asset. How? See, create group, that is creditor for assets. Current liability, Control A. Then create a ledger, that is Vishal Machinery Ltd. Then it should be under creditor for asset. Enter. Control A. And machinery account, that is under fixed assets. Now I can pass the vouchers. F2. On 1st December, I purchased the machinery. It should be in a general. Why it is in a general voucher? Should I pass the purchase voucher? Should I pass the purchase voucher? No, I cannot pass the purchase voucher because I'm not purchasing the stock. I'm purchasing the asset. So I cannot pass the purchase voucher. See, if you are trying to purchase the, if you are trying to enter the purchase voucher, for example, F9 009. Okay. So here is a party name. Party name is Vishal. Here is no Vishal is there. Party name should be Vishal. Because Tally will not give you the option apart from the sundry creditor, it will not provide you the options. So instead of that, you should pass the purchase general voucher F7. Then you can find here the machinery account debit. Machinery account debit. It is 12,000. Enter to Vishal. Now you can check in the balance sheet. There is a, see, creditor for expenses is 3,500. Creditor for asset is 12,000. I'm sure everybody is getting. I'm sure everybody is getting. If not, then raise the query. If not, then raise the query. Are you getting? Try to answer me. Are you getting? Everybody is getting. I'm how I customize the tally by creating the groups. So many students are there. Are you doing? So many students are there. I'm waiting, huh? And I'm like reading your answers. Very good. I'm very glad because you are like, so many students are answering me. So many students. Like that means you are attentive in the class. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You are attentive. You are like properly have the attention in the class. Okay. Anybody wants to ask something? I'm very glad. Huh? Everybody is answering me properly. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Apart from the whatever I told you, anybody wants to add something? See, whatever I told you, whatever I taught you, apart from that, any doubt is there? One of you, like the student, I don't know the name, you copied one example. For what you copied that example, Victor Traders and like Sumit Traders? Why you copied the example here? Mr. Charles. Okay. I'm giving you the minutes, 5 minutes. Please try to, like, if you have any query, then just raise the query. I'm reading your questions. Okay. So it's a perfectly fine, right? Should I move ahead? After the class, I'll share the example. Okay. After the class, I'll share the example. Whatever I completed here. I'm waiting for your questions. Try to join the class like before 5 minutes. Now you are joining in between of the class. Then how it is possible? Like everything you can understand now, because I already started the class after after the class you are joining. So many students are joining late. So please joining before the like starting the class, 5 minutes or 10 minutes or at least 2 minutes. Shlok, you cannot view the previous classes because this is the live classes. Okay, this is the live classes. So that's why I'm like instructing you now, please join before 5 minutes to start the class. Harini, I told you in the class, like I'll send you the one email ID so that you can submit the assignment. Please do it and keep it yourself safe, because I'll send you the assignments regularly. Okay, Alka, you want to check how I customize the tally? Yeah, I'm going to give you the understanding on depreciation. If you understood the whatever I completely gave you the understanding. Debit note, credit note. Okay, I'm going to give you the exam. Again, the explanation on debit note, credit note. See how, because in between of the lecture, I don't have the time, so much time to check your messages. So that's why almost at the like before the half hour to complete the session, I'm reading your messages. It's not possible na to like read the continuous your messages and then giving you the instruction according to the like giving the session also. Depreciation, I'm going to give you the clarification. Customize tally. So many students are asking how can we customize the tally? Okay. No matter which version you are using, whether it is Tele Prime or whether it is Tele.ERP9, but the interface is different, huh? Tele.ERP9 and Tele Prime interface is different. Customized Tele. Okay, the one major question is customized Tele and depreciation. Okay, I'm going to give you the understanding on three questions I find out. Like the finally I find out three questions. One is customized Tele, second one is depreciation, third one is debit note, credit note. Okay. Apart from that, if any question, then just write down. Because see, I'm reading your questions. And in between of the session, I cannot able to read your questions. See, whether it is the notification, because I cannot disturb the class, na? Creditor for asset, Dhruvi, there are types of creditors. See, under the creditors, you can uh, like segregate the creditors according to its nature. Creditor for stocks, the main in which you are dealing, that is known as inventory or that is known as stock. So if the creditor is for stock, then you can create the ledgers under sundry creditor. And if you are purchasing the assets from some creditor, then it is creditor for asset. That is your current liability. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to give you the understanding on debit note, credit note. So many questions are there, na? So it takes time, takes some time. I'll tell you how you can share the assignments because later on I'll tell you to take the backup. Okay, finally, I'm having three questions. The conclusion is debit note, credit note, credit note, and depreciation and the customized Tele. Okay, stock groups. Yes, I'm going to create like give you the explanation on how to create the stock groups. Okay. Later on, Akash, I'll tell you how can you transfer the assignment. Okay. Please, till that, you have to complete your assignments only. Okay, fine. So we are going to understand how can we customize the Tele. See, here is a creditors. Here is a creditor for expenses. Here is a creditor for assets. Okay. So same thing, you can bifurcate under capital account. You have the suppose you are having the partnership firm. So you have the capital of both the partners, like two partners are there. One is Aman and second one is Naman. One is Aman and second one is Naman. So you can customize it by creating the two capital accounts. By creating the two capital accounts, right? For example, vouchers, F6, F6, and then cash. Then again 12 lakh rupees, 12 lakh rupees, enter two cash. Now it should be the two capital. All C, Aman, capital. enter, enter. It should be under capital account. This is not known as a customized tally. Okay. This is the ledgers you are creating by cash. Now, see here, Aman capital is different and capital account is different. But you want under current liability the sundry creditors, because presently you are having only one creditor. So you want this type of bifurcation. You don't want this type of bifurcation. You want this type of, because see 3,500 creditor for expenses. So how I created? First I create here the group, create group, creditors for new expenses. Okay. Under current liability. Then it will be appear in the balance sheet. This is how you can see. Presently, I don't have any creditor under that. So I can create a one voucher. F5 stationery. Suppose it is 1,000. And then all C Aman is my creditor. And which type of it is? Sundry creditor for new expenses. Control A, Control A. Now you can check. It should be in a JV. Control A. Now you can check in the balance sheet. There is a bifurcation. Creditor for new expenses. Because in the balance sheet, we cannot mention creditor names. Only the groups are there. So this is different and this is different. This is the name of the ledger and this is the name of the group. Try to understand how we customize the tally. Is it? Is it? Students, those students who are asking how I customize the tally. How I customize the tally. Is it clear? Because so many students are asking. Okay, thank you. But please rename your devices now, because it is giving me the Y. Y and unknown. So just rename your devices. Okay, now next. Debit note and credit note. Okay, one question I find out, that is debit note and credit note. What is debit note? What is debit note? Tell me. First, give me the explanation. What is debit note? What is debit note? What is debit note? When you make the purchase return, then you have to pass the voucher of debit note. Okay. How to record? Okay, I'm telling you, electricity deposit. Okay, electricity deposit should be, it is advances. Electric deposit will be take reflect in balance sheet. Okay, what is debit note? Yes, it is purchase return. So in case of purchase return, you have to make the debit note. So how you can make the debit note? See, suppose here is an item, like I purchased some items from 1-4. Okay, I purchased some item from Sharad Bhrashtachari, that is TV Onida 15. And on which reference I purchase? You should check the reference. That is, say, invoice number 01. On invoice number 01, I purchased a TV Onida 21 from Sharad Bhrashtachari. Now I want to return it. TV Onida out of 15 Onida, I want to return one TV Onida. I want to return one TV Onida. Okay. Presently, what is the balance of Sharad Bhrashtachari? You can check display more reports, account books, ledgers, Sharad Bhrashtachari. Presently, the balance is 1,65,000. Okay, and on what is the reference number? That is invoice number 1. But out of 15 TV, I want to return one. So I should make the debit note. To make the debit note, you have to pass the debit note voucher type. That is Alt F5. Alt F5. To whom you are returning, just select that Sharad Bhrashtachari. Control A. See, here is a given, enter. Original invoice number. Invoice number 01. And the date was 1st April. 1st April. Then control A. Then stock purchase. Now there are two ways to select the ledgers. What will be the entry? See, generally we used to pass the entry for the purchase is purchase to Sharad Bhrashtachari. But at the time of return, we pass the opposite entry, like purchase to Sharad Bhrashtachari to purchase. But when you pass the entry like this, Sharad Bhrashtachari to purchase, then it will only show the net purchase in the P&L. It will not show purchase minus purchase return. Just check. Then the TV Onida. Then one quantity. I return the one quantity. Enter, 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 enter. Here should be the against reference. Against which reference I am returning? Against invoice number 01 I am returning. Enter. Now the balance is automatically reduced now because I return against this reference 1,65,000 minus 11,000. Now you can check the balance of Sharad Bhrashtachari. Enter, then ledger and Sharad Bhrashtachari. See, Alt F2 just set the period. See, previously I purchased the 165,000. Now debit note is there 11,000. Then 154,000 is balance remaining. Is it clear? Is it clear? Now next thing. But the problem is in the P&L, it is not showing me the purchase minus purchase return. It should show me the purchase minus purchase return. So if I want to format, like I want to check the format according to that purchase minus purchase return. So in that case, when I pass the voucher of debit note, then I should create a one ledger of purchase return. Alt C. Purchase return account under purchase because it is the purchase, but because of the format I only want to create the ledger. Control A, control A, rest things will be same. Now see, purchase minus purchase return, stock purchase and purchase return. I should like shuffle this because after stock purchase the purchase return should be there. I can number it. Okay, I can make the sequence, but later on I'll tell you. Is it clear? Same thing is for debit credit note. Is it clear? Is it clear? So should I move ahead? Alt F1 is a shortcut key to check in the detail mode. Okay. Alt F1 is a shortcut key to check in the detail mode. Is it clear? Now I'm moving ahead. Okay. Anybody have some doubt? Anybody have some doubt? Should I explain the credit note again? Okay. 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 Like you want, I should repeat the purchase return. Okay. So same thing, I'm going to give you the understanding on sales. Okay. Is it clear now? Because purchase, okay, fine. No issue. See, it is showing me the purchase minus purchase return. In case I pass the entry, like purchase return entry, what will be the purchase entry? See, for the purchase entry should be purchase to Sharad Bhrashtachari. But in case of purchase return, the entry will be Sharad Bhrashtachari to purchase. Same thing I am telling here. I am selecting here the stock purchase. Now, in that case, the effect is same, no matter. But the problem is the format. In the P&L, I cannot check the purchase return. See, here it is not showing me the purchase return. So I want, according to the MIS accounting standards, it is giving the format should be purchase minus purchase return, but it is not giving me. So that's why I created here the purchase return account, ledger, purchase return, and it is under purchase, though it is the purchase, but only for the format purpose I created a one new account, that is purchase return. And in the voucher I should select the purchase return account so that it will show me according to the format. See, now it is showing me according to the format, purchase minus purchase return. Is it clear? Okay, I'm going to give you the more understanding on now credit note. Okay, because I want it should show me the sales minus sales return. Okay, one of sales I'm having in April, I sold to the Mamta Rail Transports 10 number of TV Onida. If you wish, then I can sold new items. Okay, no issue. Vouchers, I'm passing a new sales. Okay, F8. Party name, Alt C, IC, MAI. Oh, Reliance Industry. Okay, Reliance Industries. Enter. It is my sundry debtor. Fine, 15 days. Now, see, the date is on 2nd December. I sold the items to Reliance. TV Onida, I sold 4 TV Onidas at the rate 12,500 to Reliance. Okay, and I created one reference, that is sales 06. This is my reference number. Please remember, these references are very useful. These references are very useful for the audit purpose also. Okay, so referencing should be maintained. Enter. Now I realized after like sometimes, like 1st January 25, Reliance Industry feels ki no, one of the TV Onida, out of 4 TV Onida, 1 TV Onida is damaged. They want to return it. So what should I make? Debit note, credit note, what is? What should I make? Please tell me. Debit note, credit note. What should I make? Answer me fast. Should I create the debit note? Answer me. Should I create the debit note? No. Credit note. Yes, absolutely right. Thank you. Thank you, Bhavna. Thank you, Akash. Yes, thank you. See, credit note should be there. Okay. So to create the credit, to like make the credit note, there is a one shortcut key, that is Alt F6. Alt F6 is a shortcut key to make the credit note. Now, which party is going to return me? That is Reliance Industry. Control A. Then sales account. I'm not going to create the sales return account. Here is a sales account. Then what item they return me? TV Onida. And how much? 1. Rate is automatically there. Okay. If you wish, then you can see here is an option of original invoice number. In the party details, you can mention the original invoice number, that is sales 06. And the date was 1st, I think so, 1st December. Control A. Enter, enter. Then enter, 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 enter. Now here should be the against reference, because see, presently we are doing the examples. Only one transaction is there. Maybe there are so many transactions. So on which bill you are taking against which bill you are creating the credit note, you should select from the list of bills. Presently only I am having the one bill. So I should select the correct bill. Only I am having the one bill. So on sales 06. 12,500 is the the amount for the one Onida TV. Enter, enter. Now in the P&L, see here sales minus sales return I cannot check. But though the effect is there in the display more reports, account books, ledgers, Reliance, you can check. Alt F2. See, on 2nd December, I sold to Reliance for 50,000, and on 1st January, they returned me. The effect is perfect. Now the balance, debit balance is calculated properly. That is 37,500. Is it? Is it clear? The effect are perfect, huh? Effect is perfect. But what is not like up to the mark? P&L is not showing up to the mark, because in the P&L, it should be the sales minus sales return. It should be the sales minus sales return, but it is not showing in the P&L sales minus sales return. You can check. See, in the P&L, it is not showing me the sales minus sales return. See, Alt F1 is a shortcut key. But yes, you can check by using the drill down. See, one credit note is there in the January. In the January, 12,500 is debit, because in this case, sales should be debit. Now sales account should be debit. So to check in the P&L sales minus sales return, you should create a one ledger, that is sales return. Sales return. Only for the format purpose, display purpose, huh? It should be under sales account. Now change the voucher credit note here. Instead of sales, here should be the sales return. Is it clear? Control A. Rest things are same. Now you can check the P&L. See, now it is sales minus sales return. Is it clear? Is it clear? Rest things are same. See, if you wish, then you can check display more reports, account books, ledgers, then Reliance Industry ledger. Alt F2, first 12. 50,000 purchase was there and 12,500 is returned. Now the net balance is 37,500. Is it clear? Why we created the sales return and purchase return account? Okay. Any question? Any question? I'll tell you, Krish, what is tracking number, because see, later on we will check the tracking number. A hint is there while creating the while generating the goods delivery note and goods received note, then tracking number is there. Otherwise, there is no use of the tracking number. So presently we are selecting not applicable. In the case of goods delivery note and receipt note, we will generate the tracking number. But presently, I'm telling you only the basics. I'm teaching you only the basics. Okay. Yes, depreciation is remaining. Okay, I'm telling you the depreciation. Anything else? Only depreciation is really different. Okay, tell me the entry for the depreciation. Suppose a question is there. Now the one, like I'm asking a one question from your side. I purchased the furniture for 25,000 and depreciation charge on furniture by SLM method 2500, 10% depreciation I charged. But SLM method. So what will be the entry? Tell me. What will be the entry? Depreciation entry. Please tell me fast. Everybody, like I know the student who are sitting in my class, they have the commerce background. So they know the depreciation entry. Electricity deposit. Okay, I'm telling you the electricity deposit. Okay. Yes, machinery account debit to depreciation. Oh, no, Dhruvi. Correct it. Depreciation account debit to machinery. Depreciation is our indirect expenses and expenses already or always be the debit. Machinery should be credit because we want to depreciate the machinery. Please correct it. No, furniture account should not be debit. Priya, please correct. Yes, depreciation debit to asset credit. Yes. Okay, Jaya, I'm giving you the answer. How can we view the sales invoice serial wise? Later on, we will check everything. No, depreciation should not be transferred from the P&L. Shlok, you have written here the entry depreciation to P&L. So see, this increase can be in the case of provisions. Depreciation to asset. Okay. So I'm going to pass the entry. That is that the correct entry is depreciation to assets. Okay. Anybody have some doubt? Depreciation to asset. So I'm going to apply the depreciation. I'm going to depreciate the furniture by 2,500. Okay. So I'm going to pass the entry for the depreciation. For the depreciation entry, you should pass the into JV. See, in the case of adjustments, all the adjustment entries, for all the adjustment entries, you should pass the JVs. For all the adjustment entries, you should pass the JV. Okay, so press F7. F7 is a shortcut key for the JV. Alt C, depreciation account. Under which head it should be? Indirect expenses, because it will take reflect in P&L. Indirect expenses, Control A. How much? 2,500. Enter to furniture. Then furniture will depreciate by 2,500. We will check. Depreciation charged on furniture. Enter. And then this is the 31st March entry. 31st 3. Enter. Enter. Now we can check in the balance sheet. See, now furniture is on 22,500 because out 25,000, the furniture we purchased for the 25,000, and 25,000 minus 2,500, it is depreciated by 2,500. Now the net balance is 22,500. And in the P&L, 2,500 depreciation is there. Okay, you can check the furniture account, display more reports, account books, ledger, furniture, enter. Alt F2, 1/4 to 31st March. See, first you purchase the furniture account debit to cash. So debit side it appear the amount that is 25,000. Depreciation you charge depreciation to furniture. So furniture account depreciation is credit side. So the net balance is 22,500. Now your furniture value is 22, book value is 22,500. Is it clear? Anything else? Anything else? See, I'm trying to give my best efforts, but maybe like you're not getting properly. So you should write down the queries. Okay. Diminishing method. Only like, see, there is no way to use the different methods of depreciation in Tally. We have to calculate and then we have to charge by writing the amount. It is not possible to, like, Tally will not calculate itself. Depreciation will not be calculated by Tally itself. Thank you, Kishore. Thank you so much. Yes, I'll send you the exercises, okay? The appreciation will not show in the balance sheet. In the format itself, balance sheet format, the appreciation will never be appear in the balance sheet. Can please you name the exact software? I am using the Tally Prime 5.1. It is available on the net. You can directly download from the net. Tally Prime. The software name is Tally Prime. See, electricity deposit is electricity deposit to cash. And electricity deposit should be under loans and advances. It will be appear in the balance sheet. Electricity deposit. We have to make the payment voucher, electricity deposit to cash. And electricity deposit will appear in the balance sheet because it is under, it should be under loans and advances. It is our asset. Balance sheet you want, okay. Bad dates we will check later on. No, see, on not only the one method, there is no method to calculate the depreciation in Tally. You have to calculate by yourself. See, for WDV, there is a method to calculation. If you don't know, then you can use the Excel for that. That is DB function, decline balancing method, to calculate the Depreciation according to the WDV method. There is a one function that is DB function, decline balancing method. I am sure like whatever I taught you in this session, you got it in a like proper manner. If you still have the queries, then you can write down the queries. Otherwise, I am going to complete the session. Okay, that's been like almost the questions from your side. Whatever the questions I got from your side, I completed. Okay, fine. So we are leaving the class. Still you have the doubts. Okay. Now we completed today one assignment by taking the exam, one like very important feature of Tally, that is the accounts with inventory. And in accounts with inventory, we already seen the how to pass the debit note, credit note, what is the stock summary. Tomorrow we will check the MIS. Okay, that is management information report. Suppose your management like asking you to provide the P&L for the 2 years, 2 months, for the 3 months, or for the previous year, then how can you provide the P&L for the previous year? Okay, so these are the MIS reports which we will check tomorrow. But first, make sure you completed this assignment by yourself. I'm sending you this assignment. So please do it. In the most of the students are asking the one question, which version they should download it. I already told you in the first lecture, please download it from the Tele Solution website. In the latest version is Tele Prime 5.1 that is released. So you can download directly from the net, and it will be educational mode. Okay, it will be in an educational mode because presently there is no need to buy the tele because we are the learner, so we can use the educational mode. Okay. So thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Bye and take care. Have a nice day.
Okay,
Thank
ma'am,
you.
just
Thank you
one
so much.
small request. Please tell the
Uh-huh.
students that how and when they should share the assignment
Ma'am,
that you're providing.
I told the like I already gave the instruction to the student. Please make the assignment and save it. I'll give you the one email ID so that you can submit it via the email ID.
Okay, ma'am.
Because in the later session, I'll tell how you can take the backup of that assignment and how you can send me the assignment. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Right.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, thank you
Thank
so much.
you.
Shall I end the
Okay.
class now?
Yes, ma'am, I'm sending you
Yeah.
the one assignment more, right? Because
Okay,
today's
ma'am.
class example is a like very
Yeah,
important
I will
example.
send the assignment to the students tomorrow.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
Bye and
thank
take care.
you, ma'am. Yeah,
Okay, bye.
thank you, ma'am. And ending it now.